just remember I said dip. Every OC I have that I made that's in my slots lore. Whether they have lore or they don't. Like something about them, I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure this out together. So we're gonna start slots 1 through 20. Tiny Kier. Literally the name of. Literally the name explains everything. She's just a little bean who got adopted by this my little grandfather dude on Saturn, I think. And later, like 8 years later in life, you may or may not see her. You may or may not see him kind of die right in front of her, and she definitely doesn't get taken to the elemental council or anything. All right, regular Kiera. This is Kiera now in the plot. This is after she was in the elemental council. I mean, she's still in the elemental council technically. She was sent on a mission to watch over Earth, which is how she met Sylve. And she's growing out of her comfort zone and talking to more people now in comparison to how she was originally. Which originally she was very standoffish. Alright, Mist. Mist doesn't have too much complicated lore. I was originally gonna make her like a goddess of maybe time or memories. I don't know. I might still do that. Let me know. But she right now is just a little witch girl who is actually pretty smart. Sylve mentored her of everything she knows. So yeah, it's fun. Surprised she didn't turn out like Sylve. Just kidding. Wyver, literally an element of death, and that's basically it. Ghost. Don't remember his premise really, but like, he has some type of being trapped inside his necklace. It's not very fun. Him and Wyver are trying to not get found in the elemental house. Lumi. This is present day Lumi. She is a bit older. She's one of my older characters, minus the goddesses. And she was the caretaker for Kiera when she came to the council. Alright, Death. Her technical name is Cosmos, but everyone refers to her as the element of death. She was sealed away for destruction, obviously. But in reality, she was genuinely a nice person. Her powers were just revealed by her friend. Her very, very close friend. Possible sibling? I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. Moon! This girl, before I start her stuff, she does actually have a little gnome form. I drew it. Anyway, yeah, she is part gnome, elf thing. She obviously element of the moon, brother of sun, and genuinely pretty chill. Honestly, I'd say her biggest thing is just like making sure everything in the Earth elemental household stays relatively normal. But besides that, she's just a pretty good side character. Okay, Water/Seafoam. My main mascot for Seafoam Sings, and also a theater kid. Yes, she is a theater kid. Her and her siblings tend to blast theater music. They're just a bunch of side characters, but like I would want them to like just chill out and have fun away from the drama. They're really chill though. Alright, Kira, God form, void version. Okay, so I have a corruption / void AU. But I'll get to that in a minute. This is like canon, not that. So this is after Kira, well, Goddess Kira. This is like way back. Goddess Kira created the void and killed Sylvia and the entire Cloud Kingdom. But now she's tied to the void and she can't leave. And this was her before then. She was kicked out of the Cloud Kingdom by Sylvia's people, and Sylvia unfortunately was not able to get to her until too late. Alright, and then we have a younger Lumi. Not really much to say about her. Literally the same concept. Alright, downtime for all the Sylvias, whatever. This Sylvia, goddess of creation, ruler of the Cloud Kingdom. She is obviously the sister of Goddess Kira, Goddess Fire. She gives mother vibes, is what I'll say. Like, I don't know. Alright, Sylv for her first 1,000 years of her life. So when Sylvia was reincarnated as Sylv, well, she was like, instead of being an narcissistic murderer, she was more like Sylvia and like really generous, kind, all of that. But in return, kind of just shy a bit. But she did have friends, 2 friends, Spirit and Allura. And then that leads on to Sylv, who was betrayed by Spirit and Allura. Allura killed Sylv's caretaker. Spirit didn't believe Sylv when she tried to explain that she wasn't in the wrong and didn't kill her caretaker. And in return, she turned evil. Yeah, fun. These are not important. I'm trying to find OCs. Alright, here. Oh no, not you, never mind. Elements. The visualization of elements, obviously. I normally tend to make them like no gender, but that time I was kind of just fiddling around with what I could do. This is interstellar connections. I can't talk. Interstellar connections. The human. Pretty chill. Actually, really like what I did with this one. And then Maple. I don't know why she's these. Oh yeah, right. Maple is my FPEOC. She is the only character out of 2 that are self-aware of their existence. But the difference between her and the other OC, Celeste, we'll get to her in a little bit, like her probably towards the end. She is okay with it and genuinely glad that she's just an OC. Okay, not that seaweed. Child seaweed. Okay. Pretty self-explanatory. Little tiny bean. Pink hair bean. Take Azalea or Tiny Blossom, for example. It's basically that. Alright, void seaweed. Other seaweed is a reincarnation of void seaweed. Void seaweed wasn't always part of the void, obviously, because the void was never was never meant to exist in the first place. So he was corrupted by the void, and obviously he has that star on his shirt, just like Sylv does. And that star implies that they're protected by a goddess, specifically Sylvia. Every goddess, reincarnation, anything like that, has their own type of symbol recognizing, hey, you're protected by this thing. And when you're protected by them, you get You do not get affected by the void or anything like that. So his physical appearance is kind of just um it's kind of just black, but he does have color, I swear. All right. Interstellar connection. Nebula. The thing I can say about Nebula is that there isn't actually much to go off her. She is a space deer, is what I've called their species. She's a cousin of Galileo. I'm debating on making them siblings. I don't know. Let me know. I haven't really thought about her that much. I'm still thinking about what I want to do with the series. Alright, Calypso. Alien being. I've decided to make her kind of silly, but she can be really serious at times. So essentially, as of right now, she was like an actual stereotypical alien at one point that accidentally crashed into the interstellar connection universe. So she's physically aware of humans in this universe or something like that. But she's been here long enough to just accept that humans don't exist here. Because I know Vanny's the only one that has access to the interstellar dock, but Earth got destroyed like a while back. Anyway, Galileo, one of two people, as far as we know right now. There are other people like this. That's one of the main OCs that work at the Space Garden. The other one being Lyra. They are co-workers and best friends, possibly dating. Maybe dating in the future. I don't know. We'll have to see. Alright, this is not the Celeste I was talking about. This is the other Celeste. So Celeste, this Celeste is inspired by black holes. We have two of them. Them being made by Vanny, but I'm not going over her since they do really belong to her. Take maybe trying to think of an example. I'm not sure if any of you have actually seen her. Sylve can be kind of like her sometimes. And this is Celeste, the disguised version. She is very colorful in comparison. And that's all. Lyra! Personally, one of my favorites. Probably why she's the only one that actually has lore. So Lyra, she has whatchamacallit? She has ancestry from the sun, but after seeing the way they have treated the other people on the other planets, she decided to leave home and be with them instead rather than being on the sun. Alright, Sky. Sky is the only human here. In, the other world. This is, far into the future, 1,000 years. So, by then, technology has very much risen. So they can travel through dimensions and stuff. But it's only been a few times, and it's really hard to do. So, Sky was one of the first people to do that, but unfortunately she never came back. But the thing is, she was actually sent here, and now she lives here with everyone else in the spacesuit she wears, obviously. All right, Atlas. Atlas is a bounty hunter from the sun. If it isn't obvious, she is Lyra's sister. Not too much to go about her yet. And then I have two OCs that I'm not quite done with yet, so we're gonna wait on them. Alright, CBTS. These aren't all the CBTS OCs. Actually, none of the little spaces are completely finished. None of them are, I promise you. There's still so many elements of C's and everything like that. There's a lot more CBTS OCs, I just don't have them right now. Willow. Pretty basic human who is dating one of the most overpowered people in the world and problem solver. Bad parenting. Not the game, not the game. Not the game. The, like, just in general, bad parenting. Serena. I'm speedrunning this, by the way. Serena. Literally some girl who decided to randomly take role out of nowhere. Problem solver who doesn't solve problems anymore sometimes, but does a really bad job at it. Girl who found herself in an orphanage is now the ruler of the Earth Kingdom. Problem solver, but AU, and does not solve problems at all. Alright, enough speedrunning. These children I can't talk. These children mean a lot to me, so I have to do this right. Azalea! Again, kind of like reincarnated seaweed. Just a little bean, but unlike that, has actual common sense. Alright, Coral. Coral is a sailor who has been on water for 8 years now. She is pretty chill, honestly. I mean, besides the fact that she's holding her other self into, in her moon hair clip captive, so she doesn't cause destruction or something. Real fun. Okay, Virginia. Virginia is a 15-year-old from the Victorian era who got cursed into a doll's body. And this was her back then, by the way. Alright. Artemis. Artemis was a girl from Germany in the 1920s, I believe. Well, by then she was 17, but around 17. Her family got bombed because it was World War I. And only her and her brother made it alive. Her brother died. She tried to abort death the best she could, but she failed. And in a final attempt of desperation, she just decided to turn herself into a banshee. Apollo. Artemis's younger brother. Little bean who's been in heaven for about 100 years. I wouldn't say bean, actually. He can be pretty serious. Oh, so this isn't canon yet, but I want to make him be actually kind of close with Azalea's mom, just for fun. It's like, why not? Why not? Like, not like a parenting type of relationship, but like just a friend relationship. This is the other girl I was talking about, by the way. Nothing much to say about her. Rebellious teen, basically. Uzi. Not Uzi, but Autumn, she was Coral's friend when she was a teenager, but ended up telling her about her telling her family about her powers. And this is Artemis's human design. It's based off of 1930s German outfits. Alright, last one. Actually, not last one. Never mind. Celeste. Celeste, like I said, this is the OC that's like self-conscious. She's aware of everything. And unlike Maple, she actually does not like being an OC. In actuality, she hates it. So she's trying to just go against it. Alright. Which book characters? So this is Estelle, the main character and the point of view of the story. She works at a bakery, and at the moment, I don't want to spoil anything just yet. But she is a starlight witch. And then this, Azalea, there we go. Okay, I had everything in the wrong order. I'm stupid. She isn't quite finished yet, but this is a work in progress Azalea. I know I already have an OC named Azalea, but I made her before I made the other Azalea. So, this Azalea, she is a witch of, whatchamacallit, greenery, nature, etc. And she is actually a close friend of Estelle's. And that would be it. I have Corruption AU, but there's not really anything to say about them because I haven't worked on it or anything. So, yeah, that's it.